So while we were on the WP suspension test that we took part in the other day, I thought it was a good chance just to really update some of the video reviews that we've got of some of the models that we're testing out. So starting off with KTM's awesome little 790 Duke. Took over from the 690 Duke, obviously, which was the single-cylinder naked. It was reportedly or reputedly the most powerful single-cylinder production motorcycle that you could buy. The 790 Duke really has just completely revamped that idea. They didn't stick with that same sort of style with it, so it's got a much more modern and much more punchy sort of look to it, with a kind of futuristic front end and that awesome sort of stainless steel exhaust pipe running up one side of the seat. The other big news with the engine is the fact that this is now a twin cylinder, so it's a 799cc 105 brake horsepower twin cylinder engine, which is, when you look at it, it's minute. I would struggle to believe that it was any bigger than the old single cylinder unit, which is phenomenal when you think that it's pushing out over 100 horsepower and it's got 64 foot-pound of torque, and it just revs and goes wherever you are in the rev range, and all of that power is coming from this little tiny engine that's still Euro 4 compliant. It really is a properly good little bit of kit. It's got loads of character. It's just like a little excitable Jack Russell when you get on a twisty road. And that's where this bike is at home. I mean, I'm talking about the engine like it's the highlight of the bike, and it's not. The chassis on this is sublime. It's exceptionally light. It's really well balanced. It's got decent suspension to start with, which is ironic because we were on a press test testing out some WP upgraded suspension. But it's a good bike that when you add that suspension to it, the WP upgraded stuff, I mean, it just gets better and better and better. We've got big old brakes up front, so we've got a set of twin disc Brembo calipers and discs. The old 690 Duke only had a single disc, and again, it's all this bike is not the fastest bike in a straight line. Being a naked with 105 horsepower, you can go over 110, 120, 130 miles an hour on it, but you are just going to struggle to hang on to the thing, and it would become really tiresome over time. What the KTM Duke 790 is good at is getting into, around and out of corners quickly. You can carry phenomenal amounts of corner speed, even on the standard tyres that the bike comes with. You've got loads and loads of grip, loads and loads of feel. You're never wanting for anything more. I think the last time that I rode one of these bikes was a couple of years ago, and it was pissing it down with rain, and we had to trek over from Coventry to Donington. And even in the wet, this thing's incredible to ride. It's so confidence inspiring. I wouldn't say that I was going to try and get my knee down on the road on it, but I'm pretty sure on a decent, well-maintained track, you'd be absolutely hooning it round on a wet day without any trouble. Standard equipment on the 790, it's not completely sort of packed with it because it's a naked, so you don't want that, but you've got lean sensitive ABS, you've got traction control, engine braking control. It comes with the up and down quick shifter with blipper. You've got 4 riding modes. You've got the WP suspension, LED lights. It's also got quite a trick looking TFT screen. I mean, when you look at it like that, you're getting one of the hottest naked bikes on the market with pretty much everything that you'd want from a naked motorcycle with it, and you're getting it all for about £8,500. I think you can probably pick them up used for around about 6 to 6.5, maybe, if you were going to go for a slightly higher mileage option. But I mean, £7,000, you get yourself a decent used 790 Duke, and they are just awesome. You don't fancy going used, KTM have always got some silly deals on APR and finance deals where you can buy with really low rate finance. I think it's around, on the 790 Duke, I think it's around about 3% APR over 36 months if you put down a 25% deposit. And they're always, I've seen dealerships that are giving away vouchers for power parts or motorcycle clothing if you buy one. So there's a lot of incentives to buy, and if you do, you are just guaranteed that you're getting one of the most agile, hard-hitting motorcycles that you can get pound for pound. It's a peach. I really enjoy that thing.